Hi, my name is Beth Hiley here for Board Game Geek at SPIEL 2018. I'm sitting down with Ted Alspach from Bezier, and we are kicking things off as we do every year. We were thinking now year 8.
Yes, it's amazing.
And you brought us one week, Ultimate Werewolf.
Yes.
Which everyone's been ogling the pieces as they've been walking
super
over.
happy. The production turned out amazing. We've got some really heavy-duty resin pieces for player markers. The art on here is fantastic. Super excited, and we're just introducing it here at SPIEL.
So let's assume that people have a basic understanding of what Werewolf is like, just that sort of social deduction mainframe.
Yes.
What is 1 week Ultimate going to bring to the party? So
basically the idea is you and your friends have decided to go on a vacation to stay at Ludwig Mansion. And you're thinking, this sounds very cool. Sure, I've heard there were werewolves there, but it's just a rumor. So we'll stay there anyway, we'll hang out with our friends and have a great time for a week. So you get there, weird things start happening, and you start every day in this mansion that you're at. You're going to be exploring different rooms, and in the rooms they have different things in there, which you'll see some of the staff, you'll see other people, you'll get some special powers possibly, and at nighttime you'll get to actually take on some of the abilities that these rooms give you. So you can investigate other players and see if maybe they might have some strain of werewolfism. You might be able to check out the staff. You might check yourself even, just to see if you picked up anything a little furry going on. And you do this, you move around every night, you check on stuff, and you possibly trade with people and do things. And at the end of the week, you look at each other, you vote to think if you think someone around you is a werewolf. And if they are, everyone who's not a werewolf wins, and everyone who's a werewolf loses, and vice versa. If you don't find one, all the werewolves win and you lose. And of course, they eat you before you get to home.
A typical end to a vacation.
Yeah, it is. A good vacation.
Well, walk us through a turn here, because we each have a particular set of cards here.
Sure. So every turn is going to go through. We have a nice, and our foyer is kind of like runs the game here. It's one of the rooms in the castle, and it kind of shows you what happens. So the first thing that happens, we move our little day marker to the next day. So now it's Tuesday. Congratulations on Tuesday. The next thing that happens is all of the staff, they wander around by themselves. They're kind of the NPCs here in the castle. And so each of them are going to move in this direction. They're going to move in this direction because there's a giant arrow in front of me. This big old arrow here.
That is more than a big old arrow.
Yes, and it is used in case of actual werewolves jumping in. It can be used for self-defense. So I couldn't try to think of everything there. Because that's in front of me, it means I'm start player, and also means the direction of play is clockwise right now. And so we move the staff clockwise. They moved in one room clockwise. And then, starting with the start player, that player is going to take one of their cards, and they're going to play it face up. And you've got cards here which do a variety of different things. But when you play them face up, you're playing them for their number. So, for instance, if I play Mr. Robber here, he's number 3, which means I get to move 3 spaces in either direction. Here's my yellow piece. That means I can go either 1, 2, 3, or I can go
you being the yellow
1,
player
2,
in our
3.
example here,
Yeah, I'm yellow. So I can either go 1, 2, 3 here to the secret passage. Secret passage is cool because it lets me go to any other room in the castle. I'll probably end up doing that. Or I could do 1, 2, 3, and go to the sitting room and hang out with Alice and see if she's got any werewolf things going on. So instead, I will go over here to the secret passage, and I'm going to jump instantly to this workshop, because the secret passage, like I said, lets me go anywhere. Because there's 2 other people here, and in the workshop, that has the special ability of letting me do 2 actions at night. So not only can I maybe investigate other players, but I might be able to swap with them, or even exchange their identities, those little tokens that are on top.
Yeah, so these little pieces here.
Yeah, so each of those are going to say, you can turn one of those up. They're going to be either a werewolf, yeah, big shock, you're a werewolf, they're either going to be a werewolf, a villager, or a tanner. And at the end of the game, what's on your piece determines your identity and what team you're on and how you're going to win or not. So that, in a nutshell, is what's going to happen. The cool thing, though, at nighttime, let's say everyone has moved their pieces around, and of course your pieces face down.
I don't know who I am.
Where everything ends. Everyone will close their eyes. The player who's start player will then go first, and they're actually going to talk through. One of the cool things about this, a lot of times social deduction games, when you have people have their eyes closed, nothing really you can't tell what's happening. Everyone's just real quiet, and you're like, are they done yet? What's going on? But in this game, it's actually a requirement to say what you're doing. So on my turn, this is what I'd be doing. I'd be like, all right, well, I'm going to play my Insomniac and check what other people are doing. Now, here's the thing. I can lie about what I'm actually doing. It is a social deduction game after all. In this particular case, I am lying. So instead of playing my Insomniac card, which would let me check my own token to see what I am, I'm actually playing the Troublemaker. I'm playing that face down on top of my other card, so no one will see which one I played. And then I will take the other 2 tokens here and switch them. because that's what the troublemaker does. Now, you know you're a werewolf up until now, but now you're thinking, oh, Ted checked himself, I'm still a werewolf as far as I know. So you can do something else on your turn, but you don't have that information.
Nice little cheat sheet there on what the different powers do.
Yeah, and the powers are really simple. Insomnia checks himself, the Seer checks one other player, the Robber lets you steal and switch with someone else and then look to see what you are, and Troublemaker simply swaps two of them.
Well, and those should be familiar from other people who played One Night before.
Yeah, they're exactly like the other One Night rolls, the real basic kind of core rolls inside One Night. So then my turn's done, I say, I'm done, next player, in this case that's you. You would then, I would close my eyes, you would open yours, explain what you're doing. And then everyone would go around the table doing that. Eventually, once it gets back to me, I tell everyone, okay, we're all done for the night. We open our eyes. Hey, we move this again. We move the staff. And we just continue this until basically we get to the last day, what time we vote. We're all going to know you're a werewolf. You know what, even if you're not a werewolf, we're still going to point at you. So you're, and of course, if you're the Tanner, though, somehow, then you would win, which would be awesome for you. You're not, though. You're just a villager, so the werewolf team's going to win. So that's it.
And I noticed you guys have a nice, fun Cubic Zirconia membership, Emerald membership, Sapphire members.
So what that is, this is a lot of fun. So, in general, when you're playing a lot of social deduction games, you're playing this one-off, and you're like, let's play the next one, let's play the next one. Well, what we've done here is we added a guest registry. So if you're going away for a week, a lot of times you'll sign in, whatever. This time, when you're done with the game, you're going to sign in based on who wins. So if you win as a Tanner or a Villager or a Werewolf, you get to sign a certain page. And the more difficult ones, being the Tanner and the Werewolf, you put your name on there, and then that's like the special people who've won as a Tanner or as a Werewolf, as opposed to people like here. People have won as a group where we're all pointing in a circle because we think the werewolves are amongst the staff only. And that's nice, and you still win, get your name in there.
Right.
But it's not as nice as when you win as the Tanner and people thought you were a werewolf and you're like, woohoo!
Yeah, success!
And then you put your name down with your guessing points. And so that by itself is a super lot of fun because it actually has a record of what you've done. So it's not really quite 1 week Ultimate Werewolf Legacy, but it's one step towards that. So.
Well, and a nice tie into one of your big hits too, which is Castles of Mad King Ludwig.
Yes.
So.
And of course, Ultimate Werewolf Legacy, which just came out this year, in one night. So it's like 3 games in one.
Ted.
Almost.
Tedception. Welcome to Ted's Brain, everybody. If you guys want to check that out, this is 1 week Ultimate Werewolf, which is being published this year by Bezier Games. And Ted, thanks you for letting us take a look.
Hey, thanks for letting me come on.